Two. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 23 yards on the play.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tiger.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Able to find Harris, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Come back. Tiger. Come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Being chased out left and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Taco Charlton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So the Broncos coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone, 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 gone.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Lucky 56.
Now Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Jones, off play action, flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. The gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jones on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones now off the play fake, going up top. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. So we come up. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Jones. He's got this complete to Hamilton. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jones on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back to throw, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
He'll get it up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. They convert.
Four down, four down. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Richmond, Richmond. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans draw a bit closer. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now Jones, operating from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Back 22! Back 22!
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taco Charlton in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Off of play action, it's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 83 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
This is taken at his 4. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos have broken the tie. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And now out comes Houston. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, D.
Richmond. Tiger.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Come back. Tiger.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Tiger. Richmond.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete here. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Richmond. Come back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a